What is happening, everyone? It's GBall, and I have a killer rundown of folding knives for you today. Any one of these knives would make a great next EDC. If this is your first time stopping by, welcome to GBall Vision. Feel free to drop a comment below. Let me know what your carry is. We're going to kick the video off with the CMBB Explorer version 2. You can find these between $60 and $70. It just depends on the version that you're looking at. We have 3.4 inches of 14C28N, a nice low tip tanto blade. This has a machine satin finish, but they have some coated versions as well. Nice sharpening choil, dual thumb studs for the deployment, the beautiful aluminum infused G10. I'm a big fan of this stuff. This is actually G10 and not carbon fiber. As much as it looks like carbon fiber, it is actually G10, and you're going to get to pay the G10 prices. This has a lot of refinement to it, a really nice deep carry clip. It's recessed along with the screws, plenty of room under there, and a great spring tension, a matching backspacer with a lanyard post, and then it is going to be left-hand friendly, and they include a filler tab to keep everything nice and clean. Nothing on the show side of the blade. Non-told pivot with their logo. It looks fantastic. The crossbar lock action is about as good as it gets. Nice strong springs and a very smooth closing action. The CMBB Explorer, it's a knife that you won't know how good it really is until you get your hands on it. The next knife we're taking a look at is the Kaiser Beglighter 2.9. This is a phenomenal secondary fifth pocket knife in my opinion. Could be a full-size knife for someone else though. I am in love with this knife. I've had a hard time putting it down. Even though it's a mid-size knife, I typically like a little bit larger folder. This thing is so nice and so slicey that I've had a hard time putting it down. BD1N for the blade steel machine satin drop point blade. It is going to come in at 2.9 inches like the name indicates. Dual thumb studs for the deployment. Nice sharpening choil and 50-50 area. Vortex micarta, which is some stunning looking stuff. And they actually did a deep carry clip that is recessed along with the screws, and it is going to be left hand friendly. Excellent job by Kaiser. Nice little lanyard hole there for the couple of lanyard fans that still exist. And then a matching button to our thumb studs, which is our cherry on top here. The button top liner lock, button compression lock. Very, very solid lockup. But you get a beautiful detent and really nice smooth closing action. This is the ultimate budget gentleman's carry, or it's at least one of them. And if you're wondering to yourself, what's a quick way that I can go scope one of these knives out? Well, down in the description, I will have links over to the knives, and I will have them in order that you see them. That way, they're nice and easy to find. And like I said at the beginning, I have a killer video for you. All kinds of different styles of folding knives, sizes, lock mechanisms. This is an awesome video. If you think so as well, you're enjoying this video, you like knives and gear, you're in the right place. Make sure you're subscribed here to the channel. I release videos just like this every day. We're going to pick it up with the QSP Knives Mini Griffin. These are going to come in about $78, $79. 4 or 5 different versions. 2.96 inches of 14C28N. You have a cutout fuller combo along with front and rear flippers for the deployment. The detent on this knife is outstanding. The acoustics are really solid as well. Very thwacky on the way out and a nice clingy on the close. You have a double stacked G10 handle over top of steel liners, a full length steel backspacer with an integrated lanyard hole, a titanium clip, and a titanium filler tab, which means this is tooled for left-hand carry, and they keep everything nice and clean. And this is going to be a button liner lock, not to be confused with a button compression lock. Fairly similar, but they are a little bit different. However, you don't have access to the liner on the Mini Griffin. On the full-size variant, you do have access. I think that'll change in the future with newer versions of the Mini, but a very, very solid knife. I consider this a mid-size knife, secondary size, and for that, I think it is a great pocket knife. Here we're taking a look at the Wix Co Knives Jugger. These bad boys come in about $115, but I do have a 10% discount code down there that'll knock an additional $11, $12 off this knife. So you can pick it up closer to $100. We're looking at N690 here for the blade steel, 3 3/4 inches. Very unique blade shape. Good sharpening choil, dual thumb studs for the deployment, carbon fiber for the handle material, and then a geared aluminum backspacer to match our thumb studs, a deep carry clip, and that is going to be left hand friendly. This is going to be a button plunge lock, and it is done very well. Nice strong springs, smooth closing action, and a very solid durable lockup. Everyone that I have heard from who has gotten one of these, which is many of you out there, has told me that that is a solid plunge, and I have to agree. It is really well done all the way around. They are a newer name on the scene, but they have been OEMing knives for over 20 years, and it really shows through. Down to the Wix Co line, up through Ferret Monster. They have done a tremendously good job over the last 2 years. So that's 4 different locks in a row, and we're going to make it number 5 here. This is the QSP Ferret. You can pick these up for about $55. It depends on the version that you're looking at. The aluminum infused G10 is going to be just a touch more than some of the micarta and G10 variants, but there is a ton of different versions. You're going to be looking at, for the first time that I can remember, or a long time, Nitro V steel from QSP. Typically they do 14C28N, but this one's going to come in Nitro V, and I gotta welcome the change from QSP. Really solid fit and finish across the board. Stonewash drop point blade, dual thumb studs for the deployment. The detent is outstanding for a liner lock. This is really good. Nice little sharpening choil there. A deep carry clip. It's recessed, and it is going to be left hand friendly. Great access to the liner, and it does have jimping there on it, as well as the spine and backside of the handle. A mid-sized knife, I would say, but a very solid knife from QSP. I could easily see this taking over in their more budget line. You know, the Penguin will always be there, but this is a solid platform for a new budget knife for QSP. We're technically going to make it 6 in a row as far as different locks, because this one's going to be a little bit different as well. This is the Ramett WD107, also known as the Peak. This bad boy right here is going to come in under $60 right now. We have 3.6 inches of 14C28N. I love the little design cues on the blade, a flat running into a nice long top swedge, and then that dies off there as it goes to the tip. It thickens up a little bit, which is going to give you nice piercing power with this blade. Sharpening choil is on point. Dual thumb studs for the deployment. Really nice micarta. A deep carry clip, and it is going to be left hand friendly, and they include a matching filler tab, a matching backspacer to our handles with an included lanyard pin back there, and this is going to be a button actuated liner lock with access to the liner. So a little bit different than the mini Griffin, because you actually have access here, so you can disengage this with the liner like a standard liner lock, or you can use that beautifully textured and oblong button, so it'll drop like a sack of taters. The detent on this is beautiful, nice and strong. 50-50 area is done very well, so you can choke up right behind that edge for more controlled cuts, and you can come back on that handle for some extension. This is a solid knife for $60. I would say one of the best $60 knives that you can get your hands on in 2026. The last knife we are taking a look at here is going to be the Vastid Psyop, and this is the 299 variant. It's a newer release. This is going to be one of the most expensive knives you see in today's video. They come in about $135. This particular version here might be tough to get, but they're going to have 4 or 5 new versions. S35VN for the blade steel, 2.99 inches here again. Dual thumb studs for the deployment. I love this bolster with the engraving done, and then really nice micarta handles. A deep carry wire clip, and it is going to be left-hand friendly. We even have an included lanyard hole there. This is their button top liner lock, and it is done very well. Nice sharpening choil. This is one of my favorite new releases here over the last couple of months. Bastide absolutely killed it with this design and this layout. I'd love to see them expand this into the XL with the bolster. Big fan of the new SCOP 299. And I really wasn't going to put this knife in this video here, but I want to give it a quick shout out just in case you have not put your eyes on it yet. This is one of the new versions of the EMP EDC Pulse OTFs. John did these in sheep's foot blades and clip point blades. Going to be coming in Magna Cut, ran 63 to 64 HRC. I've been using and abusing this one here over the last week or so. I actually can't get it out of my pocket. It has a belt satin DLC on that Magna Cut, and it looks fantastic. Textured aluminum handles here with a milled tie clip, and it is textured in that wave pattern just like the handles. A nice crisp logo there on the back side. A titanium switch that is done very well. One of the best in the game in my opinion, and the action is superb on these knives. John puts these together himself, so he knows exactly what is going out, and he does a superb job, in my opinion. That'll wrap this one up, ladies and gentlemen. You'll have to let me know down in the comments what was your favorite knife from today's video. I always look forward to hearing from you. I'll have links down in the description to every single one of these knives. Hit that thumbs up button for me. It helps push the video out there to more people. And if you want to continue to see dope daily knife and EDC content just like this, make sure you're subscribed here to the channel. I'll pop up a couple of new videos you haven't seen yet. Go check one of them out. Have yourself an awesome day. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.